Welcome back to the Family Guy Podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 10 of the Family Guy Podcast. Oh shit, what's this episode called?
Oh, I got it. Give me 2 seconds.
I didn't write it down.
Running Mates.
Running Mates.
Yeah, I got this weird
knew it.
text.
He didn't even have to help me. I knew it all by myself.
Shut
This is a
your
good
mouth.
episode. What?
Wait.
You looking at your notes?
Yeah, I forgot.
So this is the podcast where two dumb teenagers talk about each and every single episode of the world's most shocking and stupid cartoon ever created, known as
What?
Family Guy.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that show.
Yeah, the show that we watch.
That show that I spend like...
Trying a new little
I'm
camera
going to try to
shot
get
here.
like 2 weeks ahead, I think, this week.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
I'm going to try.
We're trying a little bit new of a camera angle here. I don't know if it's going to work or not.
I think it looks good.
It looks pretty good from what I can tell, but also the sun's in my face, so I can't really tell.
You know what we need to do for like a cool background on like maybe like when we get to season 3 or like when we get to like that. What episode? How many episodes have we done now? Like,
oh man,
We've done
I think
all-
this is like our 16th episode. Or
okay,
something.
when we get to episode
17th.
when we
I
get
think.
to 20 episodes
Yeah,
on the
17th.
podcast,
Mhm.
we need to like set up like a Family Guy like background or something like
Yeah,
that. You know?
we do need to actually
like
do that.
do something special for the 20.
We need to buy that Family Guy picture at least.
Oh
We
yeah.
were thinking about buying a Family Guy picture for the background, but
Do we do? Wait, we do video, right?
yeah, we're on video.
Oh yeah. Because I thought. Oh
On
yeah,
Spotify
sorry. 'Cause-
too.
oh, video on Spotify too.
Video on Spotify and on YouTube and on Patreon and everything.
Nice.
By the way, this week on Patreon, we're going to be watching Futurama. Last week, we actually had a Patreon preview go up where we watched Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah, how
if
did
you want to
that
go
go?
check that out, it's not out yet by the time we're filming this.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's going to be out by the time you're watching this.
Oh, okay.
So go check
wasn't
that
sure.
out if you want to get a little preview of what we have to offer on the Patreon. And then if you think it's worth it, only $5 a month, you can go subscribe to the Patreon. It's everything. Patreon.com/everything but Family Guy, or you can click the link in our bio and our descriptions. We watch everything but Family Guy, and it's just like this podcast, but just other things and just more general
Guys,
stuff.
if you guys do if you guys get the Patreon, we are going to reinvest in this podcast to make it even better
We're gonna
and more
put it all back
exciting.
in.
That's not even more better. It's not
we're gonna
even
take
worse.
all the money for ourselves, and we're gonna
funnel
we're gonna
it through,
blow it on
some
coke
pack-
and
yeah,
whores.
Coke, yeah. A lot of whores. There were a lot of whores and a lot of coke line.
Maybe we should do Always Sunny on Patreon. We need to do that eventually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we should do that next.
like a rewatch. Of
Yeah.
like, maybe not the whole show, but maybe over time.
Maybe yeah.
Anyways, so let's read the summary, or I'll read the summary for
Yeah,
this
read the
episode.
summary.
So I stole this from a website called Metacritic. I actually sourced
Okay.
it this time.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's right. You haven't
Usually
been doing
I
that.
just steal it and I go, I stole it from some like website.
some fucking website, you know.
So Peter resorts to mudslinging when he and Lois run as opponents in an
Oh,
election
yeah.
for the school board. Meanwhile, Chris has a sexual awakening.
Hey. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is a phenomenal episode,
Dude.
I really feel like this show is finding its footing.
Yeah.
Like at this point, I feel like Family Guy is Family Guy, and it's like
Yeah.
It's
not like.
it's consistent.
Yeah.
It's funny. You know the characters at this point. You get what's going on. You understand how the show works. I mean, of course, it's gonna change.
Yeah.
'cause we're only on season 2,
Yeah.
and of course, season 4 it shows a lot more changes.
Yeah.
But I think at this point, I mean, they know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
25
I
episodes
think
this
like.
season. I'm pretty sure.
Oh shit, dude. Oh yeah, that's right. I looked. I was like, guys. I was like, hey Dakota, we need to like speed this up a little bit and do like two Family Guy
I was
pods
like, I can't.
a week. And he's just like, I
manage.
can't.
We already do 2 a week because we do the Patreon episode as well.
Yeah, that's true. So we'd be doing like 3.
We'll be doing 3 episodes a week. Yeah, so that'd be rough. But
Yeah.
it's okay. We can do 1 a week. We'll power through it.
Yeah,
Hey,
power through
the more episodes we have left, the longer this podcast can run.
That's true. That's
So,
true. Yeah. Because I was like
not a
doing
bad
the
thing.
calculations like in my head while I was like scrolling through the
We
episodes.
got a while left.
We're probably gonna. I mean,
Years.
the I'm talking about just this season though.
Oh yeah.
Just this season. We have maybe another month.
Yeah, well, a couple more. Because I mean, if we're doing an episode a week of Family Guy, and there's 25 episodes in the season, and we're
Oh,
only on
shit.
episode 10, that's
We're like
15 weeks.
Not even. No, we're about halfway through.
We're on episode 10.
Yeah, I know.
So that's if there's 15 left, that's 15 more weeks.
Wow. Okay, so that's like, yeah,
Yeah.
another month and like a
Another
couple
like
weeks.
3 months.
Wow.
Because it's only 4 weeks in a month.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah.
so it's gonna be a while, but it's okay. That's okay.
That's
We'll
okay.
power through it.
Yeah.
Power through it, and we'll just keep grinding it, and we'll
Gotta
get there
grind
eventually.
this pod out.
I'm excited to get to like season 4 though, because then it's gonna offer like a bunch of new changes. Also,
Yeah.
that season's gonna take forever.
Oh, that's one with, like,
30
30
episodes.
ep-
That's an
Dude,
extra month. That's an extra 5 weeks of episodes.
We'll be
That's
done.
crazy.
That's gonna take us almost a half a year.
Yeah, it's gonna over half a year.
52 weeks. in
Over
a
half-
year.
Over half a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. All right. So
Oh shit! Siri was like listening to my conversation.
she's listening.
Yeah.
She's always listening.
Is there 52 weeks in a year? Here's what I found. Yeah, she like listened, or like I accidentally pressed the button or something. I
Nice.
don't know what I did.
Hey, at least your watch isn't going into emergency mode anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Ryder's watch,
Cool.
Apple Watch is doing this weird thing
It was
where he
real
would,
risky.
He would like flex his wrist a little bit, and then all of a sudden it would just like 5, 4, calling the
Yeah.
authorities in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Me.
And then he would show up, and then he'd have to be like, "No, guys," and then they would shoot him because they think he'd kidnap me, and I'd be like, "Ah!" I would pull a little prank. I'd go, "He took me."
Yeah.
It was funny.
Anyways.
And then he got arrested. Anyways, so this is the first thing I wrote down for this episode.
Yes.
Glenn, would you mind holding Stewie? And he's like, said and done. Hey there, Spud in the mud.
Oh yeah.
Hey there, Spud in the mud.
Oh,
So
man.
funny. I love Quagmire. Do your best Quagmire impression. Say,
All right.
say, hey there, Spud in the mud.
Hey there, Spud in the mud.
All right. I was in bed by 8 and home by 11.
Oh, dude. The first thing that caught my eye that I highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
So when like they're talking about so when Los is talking about like the current school board president or
Yeah.
whatever.
Wait, what happened to him? It's just time for another
No,
election?
yeah, it's just time for another election.
right, okay.
But and then Lowe's like, who knows what that teacher's gonna run? Who knows what those teachers are gonna hire? And it's like a guy teacher in math is like, so the square of hypotenuse, which is labeled C
Oh,
making the sides,
yeah.
and he like put the thing.
He gives like a note to one of the students.
Yeah, it's like a girl student,
And it's like, do you like me? Yes, no,
Oh.
maybe, or something.
and then
and he looks at
and
it
then
and
he's like, any questions?
it's crazy. That was crazy, dude. I didn't write that down, but I had a feeling you were gonna write it down.
Yeah, that's
that,
dude.
That was crazy. That was wild.
Oh my god, this is just like the beginning.
So why did I? Okay, I don't even know what I was thinking. Here.
What?
I wrote down Stewie is running for school board.
What the hell?
I meant Lois.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
know. My brain must have been mush. So Lois is running for school board president.
Yeah.
And Peter comes out in his underwear and says, "Hey Lois, have you seen my pants?" And then a live
Oh,
studio
yeah.
audience is like,
Yeah, and he's like, I can't wait until the studio audience moves out of the neighborhood.
Yeah. And then he's like, God, I'll be glad. Or, geez, I'll be glad when they move away. And then he's like, Lois, what's with the sign? And he's like, Peter, we've discussed this. I'm running for school board.
Yeah.
You never listen to me. He's like, yeah, I remember. And then he's like, hey, Cleveland. Hey, Quagmire. Lois, what's with the sign?
Yeah. Yeah.
So stupid. I love it. But like that's what I mean. Like
Shit.
Family Guy, there's a formula to it at this point, which
Yeah.
isn't a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, and it leads to like just consistent laughs.
Yeah.
And I know the formula is going to
Dude,
change,
and then,
but I like it
yeah.
where it's at right now.
And then Chris's
enjoying it.
principal calls, and he got caught in the girls' locker room, and he's like,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
the big deal? It's normal for his boys to be curious." And then he's like, "I remember when I first noticed girls starting to develop."
Oh my
and
God. He's in like an assembly, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden, like
girls,
like
yeah,
buttons start popping off.
Yeah. Yeah, and then all the girls, it's like an animation.
It's like all of a sudden they just start popping up.
Yeah.
Boobs just start popping up.
and then they pop up on Peter.
yeah, he's like,
and he's like,
oh.
he like looks around. He's like,
damn it.
yeah, It's
Yeah, that was really
great.
funny. This is crazy because
Oh, dude,
Lois goes, "Women are
Yeah.
objects," and he goes, "Your mother's right, Chris. Listen to what it says."
Yeah, literally. Yeah, he's like, we will discuss this. She's like, we will continue this discussion tonight, young man. Women are not
not
objects. Your mother's right, son. Listen to what it says.
It's so funny.
Peter, I didn't say that.
I did that. Peter sees his favorite teacher from when he went to school.
Oh yeah,
Teacher was
Mr.
prescribed
Farms.
chill pills because he was off the walls before, and Peter throws them away.
Oh, man.
And then he goes, "Get in there and teach your Fargan ass off." His name
Yeah.
is Mr. Fargan,
Yeah, it's great.
and it's crazy.
Because he's like,
"Okay, yeah."
it's so funny because when he's on the chill pills, he's like, he thinks he does something. He's like, sorry, Peter, am I too loud? When he's
Yeah.
like talking really quiet.
Yeah, because and I guess before Pete, he was like, what was the cutaway where Peter was remembering?
It was
You know
just
what I'm
like
talking
kind of a flashback, I think, to like.
It was like when Peter was in school. They were like
Yeah.
doing like some crazy stuff.
Yeah, they
No,
were
he was
doing-
like, today we're gonna be what was it? What do you call it when you cut something open?
Oh, dissecting.
He's like, today we're gonna be dissecting this clown, and he pulls him out.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's like, and then like a bunch of like flags or something come out. Or,
Yeah.
like frogs.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no.
Yeah.
And he's like,
He's, like,
all the
real
kids are like,
wacky.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Peter threw away Mr. Fargus's I guess Mr. Fargan's chill pills. So
Oh, it was like the clown. He's like, no wonder this clown's dead. His lungs are filled with candy. Why don't
Yeah.
you go?
oh, and then he throws the candy at the
Yeah.
kids. Yeah. So this is really funny here. So Peter is going to check on Chris, and he hears like this sound,
Oh yeah.
and it's like, oh my god, Chris is jerking off. And then Peter walks in, and he's like playing that game with the ball.
Oh, yeah.
where you like hit the ball and the string is attached to
Yeah.
it. And he's like, Dad,
Right.
no, don't come in right now. And he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, dang it, Dad, I was trying to get the world record. And then and then he goes and he goes, now, son, as men, it's only natural for us to look at naked girls. Every man does it, even Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. And
Even
he's
Mr.
like,
Rogers.
oh yeah.
If you don't know Mr. Rogers, my
He's
mom,
like
my
a-
mom will probably hate this because she watched him growing up.
He's
But
like a kid's kind of like.
he's like, hello, neighbor.
Yeah.
And so he's sitting there like watching his neighbor
It's like, dude,
undress.
that's not the first time.
Yeah, they
did-
do a lot of Mr. Rogers
They did
stuff.
one with Stewie where Stewie
He,
like
killed
murdered-
all of
yeah.
his things. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mr. Rogers looks at her. He's like, "What the hell?" And then Stewie's like,
Like, I
mean,
wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Yeah, it's just like kids like hanging, violently dead. There's a house on fire.
It's really funny.
It's funny.
But in this episode, Mr. Rogers is in his window, like watching his neighbor undress, and he's like, "Hello, neighbor."
Hey, neighbor.
It's so creepy,
Oh
dude.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So creepy. Hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
And he's like moaning. He's like,
Yeah.
it's so creepy.
And then, but Peter's like, peeping can be dangerous, so I brought you this. And it's like,
yeah, it's literally a fucking porn
it's-
magazine
porn
collection.
magazine, yeah.
And he's like, now you can look at naked girls all day, and it's perfectly legal.
Yeah,
And he
God.
pulls out one, and he goes, "Wow, check out the rack on Mom."
He's like, give me that.
And he's like, "Let me take that one."
Yeah. That's crazy, dude. That was really
Your
crazy.
dad ever give you a magazine collection?
Nope.
My dad gave me a it wasn't that at all. It was like, I remember though, he gave me this one like comic book.
Did it have some animations? Like,
Had some animations in it.
Did it
I
have
just
some-
remember, I'll just say that much.
Did it have some big tits animations?
Maybe.
It
Well,
did. Just say it did.
maybe.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
It did.
But I don't think
You're like,
I don't think he did that on purpose though.
You're like, oh shit.
I don't think he did that on purpose. I don't think he knew. But it was like something that he had when he was a kid. So I don't know. Maybe he did know. Anyways,
He's like, I'm trying to start you early. So that's all I gotta say.
I was like, son, you're 8 now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're 8. I started when I was 5. Oh shit.
Anyways, so then when Peter walks out
Yeah.
of his room, he hears
Oh
the sound
yeah, that's
continue.
right. It's like
He's like,
he's like,
wait a minute, and he's holding the fucking
yeah,
the
he's holding
ball
the battle.
thing.
It's great.
So Chris is beating off.
Yeah, Chris is a beating a little
He's
bit.
beating the sheet.
Beating the
He's,
drum.
He's beating the drum. He's slaying the dragon. You know, he's I don't know. I can't think of any more euphemisms. He's playing.
He's planting the seed.
Planting the seed. Yeah. Yeah. He's milking the cow.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
That's a great one.
How long? Okay, we're good. I don't want the camera to end. Anyways, so he gets a
It's all
porn
these
collection. Peter takes the one of Lois.
Oh yeah, of course. It'd be funny if he just like left it. He's like, eh.
Yeah, it's so funny when Chris goes, "Check out the rack on Mom." That's so funny.
Oh man.
So then Peter.
You know, wait, hold on.
Hmm.
You know, I'm just realizing
Mhm.
if she gave that to Peter on his anniversary, who took the picture?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess you could have set up a tripod.
Yeah.
But it looked
Like
kind of
this?
professionally.
Like
Yeah.
this setup?
Like this. All right, Ryder. So we're gonna take a picture.
All right.
I need you to get in this outfit for you.
a maid outfit.
Oh my god! Yeah, for Patreon members
Oh,
only.
oh, God.
It's gonna be the new Patreon
Wow.
thing. Where
Okay, can we just go off on a tangent real quick?
about what?
The fart that I had before we started filming.
Oh my god, that was rough.
So I want to walk everyone through the steps of this. So there's this like area back right here. It has
Behind
the
my
green
green
screen, and I was like back there for whatever reason. I think because I knew
you
something was gonna
you
happen.
knew that you were about to fart, so you
I-
walked back
yeah.
there, tried to fart it in my closet,
Dude, and
but
then-
then you just went. Nothing
My-
came. It was like a little, and then you turned around. It was like a.
Yeah, dude, my stomach growled like the deepest it's growled
was like
forever. And then it was like,
His
it was like,
stomach
oh
went,
my god, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And then the bass.
I heard it when you sat down. It was like a little.
Oh really?
Every time I move, it's like.
It reminds me of when Bert Kreischer thought he shit himself on Three Bears One Cave.
Yeah.
That was a great. All right,
You need to do that so we can get views. So
dude,
can
we
catch
need
up.
to do a lot of things so we can get views.
You need to start
We need to.
having a terrible diet so you shoot yourself on camera.
Yeah, I know. We need to just if I am able to go on vacation this summer, we need to do a podcast by the pool.
No, I want to do more podcasts out and about. We
Yeah.
almost did this We were gonna do this podcast at Ryder's house.
I know,
because
but it turned out I thought the schedule was something.
yeah,
and
we
it
were
was
gonna
different.
film it there, but then we were gonna stay there. But then his mom came home early, so I had to deal with that. But no,
Nah.
no, but so we couldn't really film.
Yeah,
there,
but it's
so.
okay. We're setting up the
But we're
scenery a
going
little
to Charlotte, North Carolina for a show. in a
Yeah, we're
couple
definitely
months.
gonna do 2 podcasts there.
and
for
we're
sure.
definitely gonna film some pods there. So we're gonna film it in our Airbnb. It can be pretty sweet, pretty
Pretty sweet. Yeah,
So yeah, we're gonna definitely try to switch up the cameras.
yeah,
Lots
for
of
sure. Yeah.
more. Let's see here. So where were we? Where was I at? Oh yeah. So when Peter leaves the room, yeah, he's actually beating his meat this time. Peter comes in and sees Lois with her posters and asks if she's running for school board. He's like,
Wait.
"Are you running for school board, Lois?" She's
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
Peter.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh yeah. Wait. Hold on. Okay, so we got into Mr. Rogers, past the Mr. Rogers pedophile moment.
Mhm. I don't know if it's a
Um,
pedophile. I don't think she was underage.
You don't
Just
know.
a creep.
Yeah,
just
just
a pervert.
really creepy. But and then it's funny because when Lois is running for school board, Meg's like, "Can you fix it so I win prom?"
Oh
queen
yeah,
or
she's
something?"
like, of course,
Of course.
but it's not as rewarding if you don't win it yourself.
And then
And
there's some reference to some person I have no idea.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
I- yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah," and then she's like, "No, it's not."
she's like, no, it's just as exciting. No, it's not.
Yeah, just like it's all.
I don't know who it was. It's
Yeah, I
like
have no
some,
clue.
like, I don't know,
Probably someone from the '90s or something.
like some winner of an Olympic thing.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were wearing some kind of athletic gear.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh,
so Lois's competition for school board left the race, and Mr. Fargus,
yeah.
his job, and also Mr. Fargus got fired because he was like, they were doing like some
Yeah.
egg experiment, and they were just like
Oh
throwing
yeah,
eggs.
it was
at people.
an endangered species too.
So Mr. Fargus got fired.
Yeah,
and
it's seems to gone horribly wrong. It's eggs being dropped behind me are not chicken eggs, but those are an endangered California condor. So
But so once that happened, and then Lois's competition dropped out, that means she basically wins at this point. And then Peter says, "You got to give Mr. Fargus his job back," but she refuses to do so. So he says, "Well, I'll have to deal with you by the only way I know how." And he pulls out an
Yeah.
axe and he goes, "By killing you." And then it cuts to him in the yard, and he nails in his sign, and he goes, "By running against you in the race for school board president."
Yeah.
And he uses the axe to nail in the sign to the ground.
yeah, you know what I noticed
So
though
funny.
about the school board, like in this episode, the
Yeah.
school board president in this town is like the big thing.
Is it?
Yeah, because this is.
Oh yeah, it's like treated almost
Yeah.
like it's like a
Yeah, it's
presidential
like-
election
They're like presidents.
because there's like sign everywhere.
Their signs, they're kissing babies.
You voted for school board president before? Is that something you could do?
You can, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, is it like what do? You do you just like go
You
somewhere?
just go vote, I think, at your local election.
Okay. Is that when they have? You know how they have like elections at schools?
Yeah,
Is
they
that
have 'em
like
in the
those,
gym.
or do they? But you can vote for president at schools, right?
Yeah, they close the schools down as voting locations.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
I'm always 17. Just old shit. Just an old man without a job. Now you got a job now, but he did lose his job. So.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, shit. dude.
Laid off. So sucks for
We
you.
already talked about that in the Shoots and Giggles podcast.
Yeah, so let's go over that in detail. No,
Oh, fuck no. That would
No.
be like another hour.
just ranting. So Lois thinks it'll be a breeze to win against this idiot, and at the
Yeah.
beginning, it's funny because Stewie he's like he wants Lois to run for president because he like hates her and he wants to kill her, and then but now that she's not home, he's like bugging Brian. he's like
Yeah.
look at me, look at me, look at me. And he's like, look, I'm writing on the wall. I'm writing profanities on the wall, and he writes poppycock on the
yeah.
wall. And he's like, what do you miss your mommy? And he's like, no, of course not. I
Yeah.
don't miss that wretched whore. I
Stewie.
don't think because of that, but it says something like that. Dude, this is crazy too. Chris brought his fucking porn collection to school.
Oh yeah.
It's in his
That's
locker.
right,
they're like,
yeah.
Chris, we found a rock outside that looks like tits. And he's like, why that? If you could have all this, and he opens his locker,
It's like-
and there's like a stack
Yeah.
of collections, and he opens it, and they're like, whoa,
Yeah.
it's so funny.
Man.
Like, where'd you get this? My dad.
My dad, you know.
My dad.
Where else would I
dude,
get 'em?
okay. It then cuts to Peter going like trying to like get people to, because everyone has a
Oh,
Lois
yeah.
sign outside, and then him, Quagmire, and Cleveland are in like a car, and he has signs on it, and he's like,
Yeah.
vote for Peter Griffin, and then it's crazy, because you twirling your mustache, growing the stash,
Yeah, I'm trying.
it's growing
to.
in, you can see it now. It just a hair pops out.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm gonna
but
grow like a neck beard line, you know, like all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna grow a mustache so long that I can twirl it around my neck
Wow.
and my eyebrows too, so I can like twirl them over my head. But anyways, so Peter's sign literally says, "Vote for Peter Griffin. Together we can beat my wife."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is a crazy sign.
Yeah, that is
when
crazy.
you're trying to run
yeah.
for school board.
Vote for Peter Griffin so I can beat my wife and prove I'm better than her.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a good cause.
Yeah, it is a good cause.
And then, so where are we at? Yeah,
I lost where we're at, honestly.
right here. Okay. Lois's signs are everywhere, and Peter has none, and it's time for the debate. Stewie realizes
Oh, wow.
he misses his mom, and he sings a little tune. And it's funny because he's looking through all of his pictures with her. He's like, "I miss the way she smells," or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it's like all the
Oh,
pictures
yeah.
are him like putting something in her drink and like
Yeah.
shooting at her.
And then there's like he like sings a song. He goes in the song or something.
Yeah, about how he like misses her. He's like,
Yeah.
"I've grown used to her scent," or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Very like weird song,
Yeah.
but it's funny. And then anyways, this is the debate. I wrote down a bunch of quotes here.
Do it.
Mr. Griffin, your opening statement, please. Okay, I'm Peter Griffin. Vote for me.
Yeah.
Is that it? No, this is it. This is life. The one you get. The one you get. So go and have a ball, because the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some.
Yeah.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both. And there you have my opening statement.
Oh man.
And he's like, "Miss Griffin?"
He's like, vote for me, and I will make sure we hire competent teachers.
Yeah.
And
she's like, as a
she's-
piano teacher, I know I promise to fight for competent teachers, better funded music department, updated textbooks, and
Not oh dude, not textbooks that say the civil rights era is a I forgot what the quote was, but it was like just a roadblock or like a problem.
oh man, oh yeah,
Something
yeah,
like that.
don't refer to the civil rights movement as trouble ahead.
Yeah. Shit.
That's crazy.
And
I
then-
don't even remember that.
Because I remember I was like, that's the one thing that stuck out for me.
I have college rich brown students, underprivileged youth, and saving. She says a whole bunch of keywords
Yeah.
and great things, and they're like,
He's like,
"Yeah!"
vote for me so I can beat my wife.
Exactly. And then he's like, converted. Peter, that wasn't you. The shoobity doo electric boogaloo. What? Oh. Mr. Griffin, your response? Maybe something about education. I have always cared deeply about young people. As a rich college-bound student, I once joined underprivileged youths in saving a community center from being converted into a shopping mall. He's like, Peter, that wasn't you.
Oh,
that,
wasn't
that
it
was
like-
the Adolfo
Yeah, it was like some, like-
Shibbity-Doo Electric Boogaloo. You watched it last night.
Oh man.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
And then they start like arguing. They're like, they deserve a school board president who doesn't leave feminine ointments in the fridge next to the mustard.
Oh gosh.
And it's like, that was the worst hot dog I ever ate. Peter, that's enough.
That's so funny.
And then he goes, eats babies.
Oh god. Oh yeah. Okay, I found where we are now.
Oh man. So then the crows keep flipping their sides.
What?
The crowd keeps flipping
Oh,
their
yeah, they're
signs
like-
back and forth.
Yeah, it's
And then eventually they stick on Lois. And Peter goes down kicking and screaming. He's like,
Okay, I just want to say something.
mhm.
It seems like every time Peter has a low chance of accomplishing anything,
Yeah.
somehow he accomplishes like everything.
Does he win in this episode?
Yeah,
He does, yeah.
he does. Somehow he wins in this episode. I forgot, like,
No, yeah, he does, but then he gives it. He kind of gives it away.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, I remember how here. So, eventually Lois wins the debate, and the next morning, Lois is talking to Brian about how she feels bad that she humiliated Peter, but he isn't fit for the job. And
Oh,
then an
that's
ad comes on
right.
TV
Yeah.
and it goes, Lois Griffin is a slut. And she's like, what? And he's like,
Yeah.
hi, I'm Peter Griffin. I grew up in this town. Quahog needs a moral, upstanding school board president, someone we can trust. A lot of nasty things have been said during this campaign, but pictures are better than words because some words are big and hard to understand. But here's something everyone can understand. Do you really want your children's future in the hands of this? And it's the picture.
Oh, man.
The picture.
That worked.
It worked.
No.
No, but it's the picture of Lois
Yeah.
that Chris had earlier that he took.
Yeah.
So I love how that came back. And this is
Yeah.
this is something that I like about this episode of Family Guy in specific. Siri thought I was talking to him.
Her.
Him. Mine's a him. Is yours a her?
Mine's a her.
Hmm. Says a lot. I don't know what that says actually, but
That says, I don't know.
so but it was funny because I love how in this episode that comes back. Like that's almost a way of like colliding both of the storylines, and actually they collide even more so here in a minute. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Just sometimes they don't always do that in the show, and this
Yeah.
time they did. They collided, and we'll get to that in a minute though. So he uses that against her, and then it's funny because he goes paid for by Peter Griffin for the school board committee, and then which Cleveland says, and then he goes, "Sorry, Lois."
Yeah.
Sorry,
oh, yeah.
Lois.
He's like, this ad was paid for the Peter Griffin campaign committee. Sorry, Lois.
Sorry, Lois. And then this is so good.
And then
Peter ended up winning the election.
Yeah, by a landslide because you don't want someone like that running
Yeah.
your school or whatever.
Slut.
Yeah.
That's what he called her. And then Chris comes in and goes,
Oh my gosh.
Chris comes in and goes, "Don't feel bad, Mom. All my friends think you're hot. They can't believe I came out of you."
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
so
and then
funny.
like Peter's at the bar and Peter Griffin, and then he's like, "What a great day! I just want to say I'm so freaking wasted." And then
yeah,
he falls.
it's an acceptance speech.
Yeah, and then he like holds onto the podium and falls.
It's so funny.
He's like,
That's
I'm
how-
a school boy. Oh shit.
And then Peter comes in the next morning and he goes, "Lois, I got a joke for you. How many losers does it take to make me breakfast? Just one. You."
Yeah.
Just kidding. French toast, please, though.
Uh,
And then Peter builds a statue of himself at the school.
Oh yeah.
And Peter is showing off what he's done to the school. He's made sex ed more fun. There's a little song and dance.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got
that's
a
funny.
robot security guards. There's like a little girl. She's like,
Show me your hall pass.
he's like,
Show me your
it's
hall
right
pass.
here. He's like, access denied. And then he's like, starts shooting at her. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, little Cindy will think twice. That's crazy. And then he's like, if we don't teach our kids to read, how will they know what's on?
Oh yeah.
And then they go in the library, and all the kids are looking at Peter's porn magazines, and they're like, "Where'd you get these from?" Chris Griffin, he got them from his dad. And that
Yeah.
is so Stewie. So Peter had one, but now because of what happened earlier with Chris's situation,
Yeah.
it came back to bite him, and now
That's true, it
That
did.
then collided with the other storyline, and now that made Peter no longer school board president. So this is the news thing. A parent giving porno to their kid is a terrible thing, but I'm here to tell you that I'm innocent. Oh, this is what Peter said. Oh, yeah, right. And he's like, I didn't give those magazines to my son. My wife, Lois.
Oh yeah. He
Lois,
like blamed it. He threw
crap. Look, my wife, Lois, is the most important person in the world. So he was gonna blame her.
Yeah.
But then he couldn't when he got there. And he's like, I gave my son those magazines. Even worse, I turned a beautiful gift from Lois into a cheap and tawdry Tawdry. I don't know. Tawdry. I just wanted to win so bad. Now that I know some things are important, some more important than winning. Lois, what is it? Lois, I only hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. She goes, oh, Peter, so you're saying you're not a bad father, but a bad husband too? And then he's like, yep. And he's like, no, and screw it, I resign. So he resigns. And the credits roll as Mr. Fargus is walking back into his classroom, and then the hall pass robot like kills him.
Oh,
Just
oh man, dude! You know what's funny actually? When Lois is at his speech, and Chris is like, "Mom, are you guys gonna get a divorce?" And he's like, "Oh, honey, maybe."
probably.
Yeah, probably.
It's so good.
Dude, it's also funny when they run, like when Peter's done with the speech, and they both run out to a helicopter on the school
Oh
lawn.
yeah, that's right.
They like Peter Griffin, former school board president, is leaving with slut wife Lois. No, no, they don't say that. It's just funny.
Like, alcoholic porno magazine giving
Yeah.
former school president is living with his slut wife Lois.
Yeah. So what did you think about this episode?
I give it an 8.532 out of 10. No, genuinely, this was a great episode. Let's see, this is what I wrote down right after I watched it.
Oh man, I forgot to do that.
I love this episode. I feel like at this point, Family Guy has it down. They know what to do. They know how to do it, and they always do it well. It's the show I know and love at this point. A few things are going to change, but overall, Family Guy really found itself this season.
Yeah, I think
this episode is really good.
I think the episode was great. There's a lot of
Solid.
like funny just things.
I always love when they make fun of politics.
Yeah.
Because like when they have this, there's one episode where I think Lois runs for like president or like mayor. No,
Yeah.
mayor. It was mayor.
Oh yeah.
And she goes, 9/11, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
like yeah.
Oh,
And then she's like, 9/11, and they just keep clapping for it.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh,
funny because
shit.
it's like the way that they display politics being like super stupid.
Yeah.
Is so funny to me.
It
like they
is.
have one where it's like, oh, Mayor West isn't even in this yet, is he?
Oh no.
I love when he's in there. He's like,
Oh, Mayor West.
He's
Dude,
so funny.
he's like he's retarded maybe or something.
he has a very severe mental issues. He's like,
Yeah.
he's oh my god. He like spends all the budget, like the tax budget, on like the most stupid shit. He's like, I don't know where my water goes when I turn the sink on. It just disappears. I love there's
Dude, oh yeah, and okay, I'm not gonna say too much about that.
there's this one another politician. I don't remember who it is, but maybe Bill Clinton or something like that. And they're like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. And they just like there's like a trail of
Oh,
candy.
yeah,
And he like
yeah.
leads them somewhere.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
it's great.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. It's so stupid.
Ooh, little kid.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, little kid. Oh man.
Oh man, yeah. I like this episode. It has its twists and turns. It had its ups and downs.
Ups and downs. It has its lowest pictures.
Yeah, it had lowest pictures, which is always
Bumps it up a few points.
I give it a 9, honestly. A 9 out of 10 just for that.
6.9.
Yeah. Oh yes, I'll give it a 6.9 just for the aesthetics.
just for the number.
Just for the number.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode. Go check out our other episode. We're about to go film the Futurama
Yes,
episode. We're
go
watching
check
the
it out.
pilot. It's a great show. If you haven't seen it, go check us out watching it. It's a really fun episode.
Really fun
And,
episode.
we also have a whole catalog of episodes on Patreon built up. for you
God, by the
guys.
time people are gonna probably like start watching it,
There's gonna be so many episodes. We already have Bob's Burgers, Archer, King of the
Yes.
Hill. What else? We did.
let's
What's we do?
We did
Futurama.
We did
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Rick and Morty. I think that. Wait, so King of the Hill, Archer, Rick and
Bob's
Morty,
Burgers,
Bob's Burgers, King
American
of the Hill,
Dad.
American Dad.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot more too. We're gonna do The Simpsons. We're gonna do.
Maybe we should do that one next.
I think we should do BoJack next.
Okay.
And then we'll do The Simpsons. Anyways, go check us out on Spotify or on
Go
Patreon.
check it out, guys.
And rate 5 stars if you enjoyed. Give us
Yes.
a little follow over on Spotify.
Thank you guys for all the reviews. Actually,
Thank
lately.
you guys for all the reviews. We're on 12 reviews now. I
We're
really,
at, what,
really,
like
really appreciate
4.8, I think.
it. 4.5.
Okay.
Still pretty good.
Still pretty
And
good, yeah.
we have like 100 followers on Spotify. So
Oh wow.
I appreciate it. And let's close it out by reading a comment
Oh, yeah.
by our
Only-
biggest fan.
Yeah, our biggest fan.
Great episode, guys. This is by High Ropes Adventure, by the way. Great episode, guys. For me, okay episode with some great bits, but very enjoyable. Keep it up.
We will keep it up. We will
Keep it up. Thank you for your support. We'll see you guys in the next
one.
episode. Peace.
Oh, my legs.
Don't you fart.
Oh.